Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nate, and this is Captain Nader's channel. So this time I'm going to try to make these little bitty greeblies, or they're buttons that go on the chest or the belt boxes. So there's two. Let me just get one of these. They're going to be translucent green, and so one of them will go. They go right by each other. Right here on the chest or on the belt box. And they have kind of like a, I don't know what kind of design that is, like a, what would you call it? Like an egg crate look to it. Anyways, what I want to do is try to do the same thing that I did with the tusks. How I made those out of this stuff. It's just the polyurethane casting resin. So I'm going to try to do the same thing, but I'm going to use this tabletop epoxy resin, the same stuff that I coat all of my 3D printed pieces with. It's the same stuff, and I saved one, like a little jar of stuff that I tested it out on, just let it harden in a little cup like this, and it's rock solid and it's crystal clear. So what I'm thinking is I can tint it with some green. I have some green pigment that's for resins and silicones. Where's that green at? There's the green. I've got some green pigment. So I can tint this however much I want. I want it to be translucent, obviously. So I'm not going to do too much. But I need to glue them down inside of this little... I'm going to glue 2 in one thing because I can't get more than 2 in there. I can get 3, but man, what's the point in putting 3? I've got to put 1 more in there. So I want to be able to pour 4 of them at a time. So let me make sure that this is... Yep, that one's open. Good. So let's glue these in here. I'm going to glue 2 of them in this one, and then I've got another cup right here. If I can get it. And I'll glue the other 2 in this one. This is going to be fun, trying to glue it down in that little spot there, but I'll make it happen. I'm just putting a bead of CA glue across the bottom, lightly. Not enough to spill out on my fingers like I usually do. And then gluing it in the bottom there. If you can see that. See that? And now I'm going to do the other one just right on the other side. And so, since I'm making a silicone mold out of these, what's going to happen is, this is just going to be, so how this is hollow right now on the inside, it's going to be solid. So it'll just be a solid little block of epoxy resin. But what I'm thinking is I can either drill that back part out, just drill a hole in there to where I can hot glue the little green LED in there. And so whenever I kick them on, it's going to light up this whole little thing. Hopefully. I've never done it, so who knows. I'm going to go ahead and do this other one. And then I'll mix up some of that, some of my silicone. And we can get the mold poured. It's going to be kind of like this. But it's going to have two of these little things in there. All right. So there's those 2 are ready. Put that to the side and glue these other 2. I'm pretty new to mold making, as you can tell, but man, it is freaking awesome. Like, you can do so many things. You can do so many cool things with it. With silicone and with resin. It's crazy, really. Okay. There's one in there. One more in that one. And all these are, I 3D printed these, so, I mean, they don't look bad, but, I mean, they're black, so I don't really just want to paint it, because I want it to light up, even though it's not going to be like, you know, straight out of the movie, 501st type thing. I still want it to be awesome. And I still want it to do most of the things that it should do. Okay. Hope I got enough. Yeah, I got enough. Man, I didn't even get any super glue on myself. So I got those in there. And the other one's in this one. So now I just need to mix up some silicone. So I need to do probably, I don't know, maybe do 1/2 inch on each cup. That's how I measure using these freaking Dollar General cups. So I always will say, like, that's going to be 1/2 cup or 1/2 inch. I just use my little ruler and measure up like 1/2 inch. So it needs to go up past that and that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, so if I do 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch in each cup, that'll give me plenty to do both of these. I'll do just a little bit over 1/2 inch because I want it to be good. I don't want to have to remix it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm sorry you can't see this. I got my little ruler here on the cup, and I'm marking, because it's a 1-to-1 mix, I'm just going to mark 1/8 of an inch higher than what I need, just so I have enough. And do the same. All right. Alrighty. So now we can get the old silicone. I'm gonna put some gloves on. Tired of having silicone on my hands. I just actually poured another, if I can get it to turn over there, right there. And I'm sorry, my shop, I know I say this every time, my shop is a total disaster. When I work, I just get crap everywhere. But right there, I got another chewy. And then back over there, got 2 more skins, 2 more face skins ready. I just need to do the underskulls. Hopefully I'll do some of those this weekend. And then I gotta start latch hooking some cowls for the back of the head. But that's a whole nother video. But I've been out here messing with silicone and getting that crap all over me, so I don't want more on me. All right. I don't need the resin right now. Ugh. I need these bad boys. And I think I told you on the last one, the last video I did on the little tusks. These are cast-a-mold, specialty resin and chemical cast-a-mold platinum cured silicone rubber. So it's a part A, part B, 1-to-1 mix, which is super easy. I don't like doing the whole 10% mixture type stuff. I am not very good at that. I can barely do 1-to-1. So let's see. This is a part A here, and I'm gonna need to put part A in this first one. I'll move those out of the way for now. Part A. I'm just going to do these clear. And I might add just a little bit of color to it, just so I know that I can mix it. All right. There's part A. Super glue. Where's my super glue lid? I have a bad habit of not putting that back on there. And part B. Ugh. All right. There's that. Put these out of the way. What color should we make this? This little mold. I've got all kinds of... let's do really, really translucent blue. If it's open, yeah, it is. Good. So I'll put it in this. Boop. 2 drops in there. That ought to give me a little bit of color. And where's my mixture? Sorry, I should have cleaned these stupid things off before. I really should get a new one of these. Little popsicle stick here. There's one. All right. Okay. So I'm going to pour part B into part A. And I'm going to pour it back into this cup in a minute too. So. And that really didn't give me, that blue didn't do anything. At least it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it did. It did enough. That's good enough. I'm gonna mix this stuff real good and get the walls with your little popsicle stick. Make sure you get all the crud on the bottom. This has a pretty long working time. I don't know if I mentioned that on the last one or not. Yeah, so the working time is 40 minutes. So you got time to make sure you mix it. You don't want to not mix it good. Because then you'll have a failed mold and it'll just be crap all over the place. Like, it's hard to get off. I haven't filled a silicone mold, but I've done epoxy and it sucked. And I don't think I never really did get it all off of there. It's on my Death Trooper, and there's little tiny spots where I can tell. The regular person is not going to see it, but me, since I worked on it, I can tell. All right, so let's pour it back into this first cup. And I will be cleaning my shop as soon as I finish doing this little video here, or today's part of the video, because I'm not going to be able to show you the end result. All right, so now we just gotta mix again because we had all that stuff in the bottom of this one. There is absolutely no smell whatsoever to the silicone. All right, I think we got it good. We'll get the walls. I love this stuff though. That's great. All right. I'm gonna try to get you up here close so you can see this so exciting pour here. So I'll do this one and then I'll do this one. And I'm kind of just letting it drop to the side and go in there. When it gets over the top, I'll stop, go to the other one. And it's over the top on that one. It's kind of uneven on this table here. Put a little more in this one. And a little more in this one. Actually, just about the same amount there. All right. Throw that in the trash. So now we just wait. I gotta wait. I think this is 8 hours on these. Yeah, 8 hour cure time. So it's not gonna happen tonight, but tomorrow we'll come back, demold these little buttons here, and then mix up some resin and pour it in there and try to get that green color right for those little buttons. So y'all come back and we'll watch the next part. Don't come back and watch the next part. That's the stupidest thing. This is going to be on the same video, so y'all just keep watching and we'll be back in a little bit and I'll show you the rest. What up? Back in here. It's the next day and these babies have been sitting here for quite a few hours and they're nice and cured. So we're going to demold these. These are those little buttons for the belt boxes. And demold these and see if we can pour them. Ugh. So I will try to get it out of here without messing up so I can just reuse this cup, but we'll see. Might just have to tear it. They're pretty cheap. Anyways, oh, I got something to wedge in there. Yeah, we'll just break them. It's easy enough. Oh, nice. So one of them stayed on this little piece of plastic here. It already came out of there. Well, that's kind of nice. Yeah, the other one's going to do the same too. Awesome. Well, there's one. And I'm going to take this off of this plastic because just in case this doesn't work, I'm going to need those. I won't have to reprint them. I mean, they're tiny, but still. Oh, come off. I actually just cleaned my shop. Last night I cleaned my shop after I made this mold, and it looks so much better in here. Like, it looks like a new shop. All right, let's see. There it goes. I'm gonna try to keep it clean this time. And those just come right off of there, watch. They stay right there with that super glue. I'll just save those. Try not to cut myself with plastic here. All right, so we got two little molds here for those buttons. So now I'm gonna mix up some of that epoxy, the clear epoxy, and put some of that green in there, and see if we can make a couple little buttons. So let me get that. I'll put that green up too. Where's it at? There it is. Green epoxy resin hardener and some gloves. And so yesterday I did, I'm just gonna need a little tiny bit of this. So, get my little cups here. I'm going to use these little bitty cups. I'm just going to eyeball this. And there's a cup to mix them both in. I think I got everything I need. Excuse me. So, let's do this. This is the same epoxy resin that I've been using on all my 3D printed parts to get like to finish them out, to get some of the layer lines to go away. Is there some? That is the resin. Now let's pour one with the hardener. Yeah. Yep. That's probably way too much because these are tiny little freaking things, but better to have more than have to remix it and try to match that color. So now I'm just going to pour them both into this. Pour the resin in there. There's that. And pour the hardener in. Yes, this is definitely going to be way too much, but that's all right. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it a little bit. You have a long working time on this stuff. I think that sets up for, I think it takes quite a while. Let's see. What does it say on there? It's about 24 hours from what I have experienced, but sometimes a little less depending on how hot it is. All right, so let's see if we can match this. I'm just kind of going off of memory what those boxes look like. There's like 2 drops for the little buttons. Gonna need more than that. Right now we're looking at something that's like turquoise. That does look cool though. I like that color. Oh yeah, we're getting there. This might not look green on the camera. It kind of looks blue. I may just get a little bit more in there. There we go. I'm not liking that color. It's got a little more of a blue to it than a green. There we go. Might add a little yellow in there. What's this thing? Yeah, it's open. I think it is. There we go. It is green, but on the camera it looks blue. I'm seeing it in my thing here. But it is definitely a bluish green. I need to try to fix that. That's looking a little bit better. I think we're good right there. So I'm just going to mix this up really, really, really good. Get all that pigment mixed in. I don't know if that's showing up as green on there or not. It still looks kind of blue on the camera, but it is definitely green. All right, I got that mixed pretty dang good. I'm just gonna kind of drip it in there with my little stick here. So I'm gonna do one of these at a time. Just to get rid of some, or to eliminate some of these air bubbles. And again, I've never tried to cast this this epoxy resin, so I don't know if it's even gonna work. This is gonna be kind of an experiment. There's one of those. Move that over there. Do this one. All right. Now we just wait. See how those babies turn out. Hopefully you can see those. I just dripped them down in there. So we'll come back after this cures, which will be 24 hours, and I'll show y'all what the end result looks like. And this, man, I did make way too much. I've still got 75% of what I mixed up. I don't think I need anything else. Cover anything else with green? Well, yeah, I do. On the chest box, I need to do a green button, but I'm just gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to try to match it on that one. Either that or just paint it. I don't think that one lights up. So I'm just gonna let this little cup sit here too, because I kind of want to see what it looks like when it cures. All right, guys, be back on the next part. I'll see you then. Hey everybody, back in here. It's the next day, and we're gonna demold these little buttons for Vader. Both of them are nice and solid. It's been exactly about 24 hours, and they'll just come out of here pretty easily. They don't look bad. I don't know if I made them translucent enough, but let me get my little cleanup tool here. Yeah, it's not bad. I think once I drill out the back, I don't know, we'll have to test it out in a minute. Cut these babies. chest box. Not bad. So now I need to drill the back side out and probably polish it a little bit. It's kind of dull. There's two of them. They just snap right out of this little mold here. Gosh, that shot all the way across the shop. All right, let me drill those out and come back, and I'll put a little LED in it and see if it is gonna work. I don't know if it's going to or not, but hey, it's worth a shot. I'll be right back. Okay, I just drilled these out on my drill press. All I did is make a little bit of I probably went down like 1/4 of an inch. Not even 1/4, maybe 1/8 of an inch inside of this thing. And I did it on both of them, just to see if it would light up whenever I have a LED glued into the back of it. So check this out. They look pretty good just as they are. They're green. And then when you hit the light, if that shows up on camera, it's probably hard to see that. Let me turn the light off, and we'll try it in the dark. So that'll be on the belt box. It's freaking awesome. I don't know. It's hard to tell if you can see this good enough on the camera, but it really does look, it looks really good. Like it's going to work out just perfect. It's hard to tell on here if it's showing up, but yeah, it's just a little single LED. Put it in there, and that resin actually diffuses it pretty well too. So whenever it's mounted in a belt box, like so, it'll just look like that. Just a green light lighting up. So cool. Yes, I am glad that worked out. I mean, that's gonna be good. So what I'll do is I'll just mount one of these. I'm gonna wire these up to where I have 2 LEDs in this box, one behind each little green thing, and then I'll just put my little battery pack in there, and then there's a little button, this little button right here. I'll just mount this sucker on the back, or I might even make a little slot for it on the side or on the bottom, to where I can just hit it, or where my friend, whenever he's wearing it, he can just, if he wants to turn the lights on or off, he can just hit that little button and turn them on or off. Yeah, that worked out really good. I'm glad those are gonna work. Anyways, guys, that's a little trick, a little something for the belt boxes. If you don't want to buy belt boxes and you have some resin like that I use, that stuff that I've been using on all my 3D printed parts, you can make you some little molds with some silicone and make your own buttons for your belt boxes. I need to sand these babies and then hit them with another coat of primer, and it should be ready for paint. Then I can start gluing all these little buttons and junk on there. And I printed up all the, let's see if I can get this without dropping all of them. Oh, come on. Oh, goodness, I knew I was going to do that. God. Piece of junk. Okay, got it. So I printed all those parts on my Sunloo. I got all of the parts printed up for the old chest box. These thingies, not even really sure what the heck they are. 2 of those. The coin slots, 3 coin slots, and then of course the buttons. They snap right there, right there, right there, and right there. So there's all the stuff. I just need to coat it with some Bondo or some little spot putty, and then get to sanding them, and then hopefully I can prime those too. How the heck, I'm just gonna have to mount this. I might just glue it onto something, or I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do. Oh, there's a little hole right there. I'll just hang it. So there's a little hole. So I can hang this and spray it and sand it. Be good to go. Anyways, that's it. Chest box in the works, belt box, got the buttons done, or the green buttons at least, and I need to make these buttons. I need to make one green one for this as well. But at least now I know it works. So if y'all want to make some buttons, that's how you can do it. I mean, that was really cheap too. I don't know how much those buttons cost if you buy them from somebody, but I mean, I like to make as much as I can. I like to make it myself. But all right, guys, I hope this helps you. If you want to make your own buttons, if you end up making your own, let me know in the comments. Tell me how it worked out for you. And anyways, if you got any more questions or anything, just hit me up. I usually get back to you pretty reasonably fast. But I hope you guys have a good night or a good day. And I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, bye-bye.